My mom had me when she was only 17, and that changed my entire life. She had to drop out from college, and her so called high school sweetheart completely abandoned us in our time of need. My dad belonged to a rich family and he could have helped us, but he didn't want to ruin his university football career by being associated with this situation. Well, that's me. So he left us on our own and claimed I wasn't his baby. I grew up in an actual trailer because that is all my mom could afford after her conservative parents threw her out. She worked as a waitress, trying to make ends meet. I still remember days when all we had for dinner were scraps from the diner she worked at. After the life I had, I promised myself never to make the same mistake she had and save my virginity for after I finished college. Freshman year went by really fast and I didn't have too many friends, but I had Layla to sit with at lunch and this was mostly enough. At home, I had my mom to share all the gossip with. When I started my sophomore year, an exchange student started at our school. He was from France. He was the most gorgeous boy I'd ever laid eyes upon. I couldn't stop staring at him during lunch and history, as those were the only times we were in the same room. He must have seen me making goggly eyes at him because after a week, he finally came up to me and asked if he could sit with me during lunch. I obviously said sure. We started talking and immediately connected. The next few months flew by and it was time for winter formal. Leon asked me to be his date for the dance and I couldn't be happier. My mom and I scrapped together our savings and bought a gorgeous blue dress to wear. The dance was magical. Leon looked so handsome in his tux and we danced the night away. After the night was over, Leon said I should come over to his house and we could have some hot choc and watch a film, and I agreed. As we were sitting on the couch, he started to try and kiss me. I let him. Then he tried to get even more intimate, and I tried to resist. He convinced me it's going to be fine. We will take it slow. I'm right here. Don't worry. I wasn't comfortable, but I stopped resisting and let him have what he wanted. When I got home, I felt queasy and weird about what had happened. I'd broken my golden rule and lost my virginity, but I pushed these thoughts to the back of my mind and time went on. A few weeks later, I realized I'd missed my period. I told Lela and she sneaked a pregnancy test into the women's room for me to take a test. We waited anxiously and hoped for the best. But alas, I was pregnant at only 16. I cried in the bathroom and Layla comforted me. But I was so scared. What was I going to do now? All my good grades and plans of scholarship were going to go down the drain. I tried so hard not to make the same mistakes my mom did, and that's exactly where I ended up. When I told Leon, he was extremely upset and even outraged. His attitude towards me completely changed, and he straight up told me that he was going to go back to Nice in a week and couldn't stay with me. That was it, and now I was on my own. Layla suggested abortion, but it was too big a decision, and I was too scared to tell my mom and ask for her advice. I decided to run away instead when I got a little bigger and my tummy looked more prominent. I had no clue what to do, and I felt so alone. As the delivery date got closer, I became more and more paranoid and decided to go back home. I had no other option. I showed up on my mom's door ready for abuse and scolding, but she just gave me a big hug and told me that we would get through this together.